Hello everyone. Today I would like to present my article review, and the title is "Do the Metrics Matter? An Experimental Investigation of Instagram Influencer Effects on Mood and Body Dissatisfaction." My name is Arum Puspita Sari and my student number is 090. I am from Critical Reading C. Next, I would like to give you a brief explanation about the author. First author is Emily Louise Calverley. Emily is a psychological scientist who works as an academic and researcher. She joined at University of Tasmania as an associate lecturer in 2018. Emily completed her PhD in the field of cyberpsychology with a focus on image interaction on social media, body dissatisfaction, and the use and meaning of paralinguistic digital affordance. And Rahel Griff. Rahel Griff works at the University of Tasmania as well. Rahel researches of cyberpsychology and emotion and organizational psychology. Her other areas of expertise include learning and teaching, curriculum design, process improvement, and multivariate statistics. And the next about the article, as I said before, the article title is "Do the Metrics Matter? An Experimental Investigation of Instagram Influencer Effects on Mood and Body Dissatisfaction." The authors is Emily Louise Calverley and Rahel Griff. Name of journal is Elsevier Ltd and the date is 3 October 2020. The page from 1 to 4. And the volume is not yet, issue is not yet, and the URL is no. And the keyword here is Instagram, social media, influencer, idealist image, mood, and body dissatisfaction. This presentation focuses on 4 aspects of review article. First is introduction, and the second is method, discussion or result, and the third is conclusion, and the last is overall statement. So here is a brief introduction. The article focuses on an experimental investigation metrics of Instagram influencer effects on mood and body dissatisfaction for Instagram imagery on female psychological well-being. The study aimed to enrich the media effects literature by investigating idealist female influencer imagery and the impact of low versus high metrics on the mood dissatisfaction of adult female Instagram users. This article explored the investigation idealist female influencer imagery and the impact in the 3 groups, such as the influencer high group, the influencer low group, or a nature control group with matched low popularity metrics. It is found that Instagram users often experience change in mood and body dissatisfaction after sharing influencer on Instagram, whether it is from high or low influencer. The findings underscore the negative psychological effects of idealist social media imagery found within the extant literature. The topic that has been explained in this article is clear, also the aims are clearly outlined. The next, I will discuss about the discussion and analysis part. This article mostly talks about the experimental investigation metrics on Instagram influencer effects on mood and body dissatisfaction. The method that is raised in this article used an Australian female as a participant for their investigation. It was recruited using convenience sampling through university campus poster and Facebook posts. The number of participants is 111 and the age range from 17 to 40 years old. Mood and body dissatisfaction were measured using visual analog scales for 5 mood dimensions, such as anxiety, depression, happiness, anger, and confidence, and 2 body dissatisfaction dimension, namely weight dissatisfaction and appearance dissatisfaction. Participant indicates their current feelings by moving a slider on a horizontal line with endpoints labeled known and very much, capturing response ranging from 1 to 100. Then the data were collected in individual computer-based lab sessions. Upon arrival, individuals were randomly allocated to one of three conditions: influencer high, influencer low, or control. The result interestingly state comparison revealed no significant difference between the influencer high and influencer low groups on mood and body dissatisfaction. However, it is also showed that there is a significantly higher negative mood and body dissatisfaction within the two influencer imagery groups compared with the control of group. The present findings underscore the negative psychological effects of ideally social media imagery found within the extant literature. And the next, the data were presented in an inappropriate way. Also, the table is relevant and clearly presented. The other give a language that is easy to understand for readers and puts detailed information about their analysis results. But there is a text that is content or repetitive, like in a result written, there were no significant difference in body dissatisfaction between the influencer high and influencer low groups that written repeatedly. And moreover, the topic that was discussed in this investigation described occurs in the present times which engage the readers. This shows that some women have been experimenting that influencer can attract their personal mood and body dissatisfaction. The article urged that users should be aware of the potentially negative effects of all idealized content, not only the which gains popularity. Additionally, it is discussed from multiple angles by putting previous research from the experts. The authors also provide many references to support their research explanation. At the end, there is no conclusion section that is written in this article. The author only gives a discussion which contains the additional consideration that was written in detail and provides suggestions, findings, and the problems which are really helpful to improve future research. It is written, we recommend that future research adds a per-law condition combining law metrics with imagery from an everyday user's account and allowing further discrimination between metric-based and content-based effects. Although it is necessary to acknowledge the increasing similarity between the Instagram content created by everyday users and influencers who post professionally. This illustrates the detail and content of the article. Next is conclusion. Actually, this article doesn't state a conclusion, but rather a recap of the discussion section. It can be concluded that some Instagram users had experiment influenced by Instagram influencer, whether it is from influencer high, low, or control nature, because the result of the investigation don't show significantly different answer, which affects the negative mood and body dissatisfaction idealists on Instagram. Furthermore, this research ultimately suggests that when the Instagrams are the same, for example, idealized popularity may not matter. Ideally, these findings could be used to inform recommendation for everyday Instagram use. However, the similarly negative effects for images across levels of popularity complicates the ability to define realistic parameters for safe use. They also write a finding suggesting that users should be aware of the potentially negative effects of all idealist content, not only that which gains popularity. And the last is the overall statement. The overall statement, I can be highlight that this article really helps readers in many options. They provided additional information from the article which show the excellence of the article, which really give the reader many advantage. Starting from example of dialogue between the character discussed, the presentation of quantitative data in the form of table and the number of calculation. However, we still found some incomplete information, namely the background of the author who only wrote about the university. It can be better if it is written completely. Also about the article information, there is no issue and volume, whereas the article should have at least one issue published by the author. To continue, for advancing further research, it recommends that the authors better to write down the structure clearly. For example, it contains a conclusion that separate from the discussion section in order to make the readers more understand also might not find some discomfort, then become more interested and less confused. Nevertheless, this article is engaging because of the various opinions of scientists that are related to the reality, and it becomes a real impression in the explanation of this investigative article. It is also to the life of current Instagram users who often experience change in mood and body dissatisfaction with the ideal influencer feature. Lastly, the author also provides a hypothetical answer to their study, which states that first, the idealist experimental group result in an increase in negative mood and body dissatisfaction compared to the natural control group, contrary to hypothesis 2, there is no difference between the image of the ideal female influencer with height metric versus low metrics, so the writer wrote the answer hypothesis clearly and in detail. I think that's all about my presentation article review. Thank you for watching my presentation, and sorry if there is many bad word pronunciation. Once again, thank you so much.